What's happening, everybody? Welcome back to the Hybrid Network and another one of our discussions over Hellboy and the BPRD. And today we're taking a look at Hellboy's family. Well, that can be a little confusing. What I mean is that there's two families after all is said and done, because on one hand he has his father, Professor Broom, and his fellow agents, most notably Liz Sherman and Abe Sapien, the family that ties into the realm of man and helps him sort of identify with the home he's come to know. And then there's his biological family, a twisting tree of demons and archdukes of hell, all of whom find great displeasure in the fact that the greatest of their lineage, Anung Unrama, has besmirched his destiny and has refused to awaken the great dragon to cleanse the earth. We see these guys pop up a few times throughout the stories, most notably Astaroth, his uncle, and Azael, his father. We see appearances from the rest of them later on. Gamori, his sister, attempts to kill him when he's just a boy, and his brothers Lusk and Gaman fight him whenever he descends into hell, at the behest of their deceitful uncle. I want to probe the question today because the previous movies never delved too much into Hellboy's origin or his conception, and if the words of David Harbour are to be believed, we're not going to be getting much of that in this new reboot either. So I wonder, since the series has changed up a bit to this point already, are we going to be seeing anything regarding Hellboy's family? To be fair, there's nothing to say that the films ever have to dive into this part of the story. I mean, they rarely show up anyway within the comic series, but I think it could be pretty interesting if we at least see someone like Astaroth. Astaroth is what I like to call a key background figure. He never features very prominently within the stories, but when he does show up, he brings this presence and importance to his words. What he says and what he does with Hellboy are extremely important. If anything, he's sort of like an anti-Professor Broom. Whenever Astaroth makes an appearance within the pages of Hellboy, he usually brings some dark wisdom or this cryptic foreboding towards Hellboy's true nature, his destiny, where he comes from, all that jazz. And usually these words are a means to stoke the fires within that character. I mean, you see, Astaroth is playing the ultimate chess game here. He's leading Hellboy, or trying to lead him anyway, towards a path that would invoke the ultimate power and break down everything between heaven, hell, and pandemonium. He's a deceiver, which isn't really that surprising from a demon, and he acts as a continuous tether to Hellboy's demonic side and the constant denial of his destiny. Raised by Broom, Hellboy grows resentful of the horns that sprout forth from his head, much to the chagrin of Astaroth, so I think it would be pretty cool to see this dynamic play out within the films. A quiet reminder of what Hellboy is meant to be, and a display of strength and steadfast refusal of his demonic heritage. Sort of like in Hellboy 2. The question was raised on if humanity really deserved Hellboy, and if he shouldn't forsake them and return to those he has more in common with. It would work off that angle, with the great difference in appearance and demeanor showcasing how much more human he is than his appearance leads on. Astaroth's teachings would as well break down the walls within Hellboy's mind, seeding doubt and confusion on how he should face the power he holds in his hand. Does he embrace his demonic heritage, or stay true to his human side? More importantly, it would pose the question that I think is at the forefront of Hellboy in general, and that's, is destiny absolute? Hellboy's destined to bring about the end of times, Armageddon, but he denies it several times over. He doesn't want to be defined by what he was made for, but rather he craves the freedom that comes with choice. Demons, while not necessarily rational beings, they seem largely more accepting about prophecy and strict universal roles, and Hellboy goes against this by rejecting prophecy. Showcasing not only Astaroth, but the rest of his family, I think would really help to exemplify what makes Hellboy human. Because while his lineage is from deep within the bottomless pit, he'd rather float than sink. And there ain't nothing more human than floating. But what do you guys think? Would you like to see Hellboy's larger family play a role in the reboot series? Let me know in the comments down below, and thank you all for tuning in. Don't forget to subscribe for more discussion and updates on Hellboy and the BPRD. This is Luke, signing out.